Hello YouTubers, Quadrant Monster here. I'm just gonna go through, I've done this video like 10 times already. I keep dragging it out. So I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible, just because I know people don't have the attention span for it. So I'm gonna do a quick update, and then I'm gonna do, kind of an abridged story of my life type thing, and then up to the Halloween thing that's coming next week. So, my birthday was last week on Monday. I turned 26. It wasn't really that eventful. I'm old enough where I don't really have to go all crazy for my birthday. It was nice spending it with my boyfriend and my mom. I am also looking for a new car because my Jeepers, my Jeep, 12 years old, is finally it breaks down like every month now, so I need to get a new car. Now in my last video I asked you guys like what you wanted to see. I got a lot of inboxes saying like kind of more about how I grew up, like how I was when I was growing up. So I will tell you this very short version of it. My parents were both immigrants. Dad was from Japan, mom's from Korea. I'm the first generation born in America. My mom speaks perfect English, also fluent in Korean and Japanese. And when I say perfect English, I mean she does not even have an accent when she speaks English. Like people will call my house, like I remember back in the day, people would call my house and they would ask for me and they would think it was the wrong house because they expected, someone who didn't speak English, which racist friends, yay. But my parents divorced when I was really little. Never really knew my dad until I was about 20-something, but by then I kind of really don't give a fuck about him. I'm really getting to know him. I still don't even really talk to him, even though he lives in the same city as me. I don't even know what he's doing now. Apparently he moved back to Japan or something, I don't know. But so basically it's always been, me and my mom. I did have a stepdad for a little bit when I was younger, from when I was, in diapers until I think about 2nd or 3rd grade. That was basically the guy who brought me up when I could first start remembering memories. He was always there. But he had to move to Japan because he had to take over his father's company. But the last I heard from him was that he had brain cancer, so I don't know if he's alive. I've tried finding him, but he has the most common name ever in Japan. Like if you watch the Pokemon credits, his name will pop up like 10 times. So it's hard to find him. And it's hard to not expect the worst. I don't even know if he's alive or dead, but so from 2nd grade until now, it's been me and my mom. My mom's a really strong lady. Brought me up on my own. I basically was raised in West County in St. Louis, which is like one of the richer, I guess, not richer, but like more well-off places in St. Louis. Like if you've heard of St. Louis, like East St. Louis, it's like one of the most dangerous places in the United States. Like I don't ever go there. Like nobody ever. You're not supposed to go there if you're not from there. But I was lucky enough to grow up where I could play around outside without having to worry about getting robbed or shot. And the neighbors were all really friendly, and you could, if you accidentally left your garage door open at night, it's okay because no one would come and rob your house. But it was kind of hard because it was just me and my mom. My mom was working all the time, so it was basically just me. Which is why I think as an adult now, I really enjoy my solitude, and I'm very, very, very cautious about who I really let close because I'm so used to just being alone. Growing up in elementary school, middle school, and high school, I was never popular, and I certainly was not good looking to the opposite sex at all. In elementary school, like my eyebrows were like 4 times thicker than this. I had glasses, my teeth were messed up, and I couldn't wear makeup. My face was a lot fatter than this too growing up. So I just wasn't a good-looking kid, and on top of that, you know, my mom is working all the time. She doesn't have time to keep up with, you know, kid chic. She doesn't know what kids are supposed to be dressing like. So, you know, I'm going to school dressed up like I should be from, you know, the 80s. Always wearing turtlenecks and, you know, colored jeans. And this was all before this was all cool for you to wear, but I just looked like a big dork. I looked like a big dork. My mom dressed me until I was in 6th grade. And by 6th grade, my reputation had already been ruined. I'd gotten contacts, luckily enough. My teeth were still messed up. And I was just a weird kid growing up. Because I never really hung out with anybody in elementary school. And so I was kind of always just used to being alone. So I never really learned how to, like, socialize, like, what was acceptable to do and say and to act in front of people. So I was a weirdo. And so I never really, I think I had, like, 3 people I could sit with at lunch, and they were people that I had known from elementary school. They were Asian too. And there were people that I'm still friends with them, but, you know, I've been friends with them since elementary school, but I can honestly say that those 3 people and my best friend are really the only friends that I've ever had in my life, and I think they're the only friends that I ever will have in my life. So, I mean, just through all my years of college, of school, even up to college, were never awesome, just because I never really knew how to socialize and make friends and get along with people. I guess, which is why I am so into gaming, because I can kind of socialize with people kind of on a superficial level. I can socialize with them about, you know, Modern Warfare, about League of Legends. You socialize with the players that you're playing with, but you don't necessarily have to go any deeper than that, which is why I love video games. But I'm really socially awkward. And so it's like I put my videos up on YouTube because I don't know any of you people. Like, I'm pretty sure my boyfriend will watch this because he always watches all my videos. Hi, boyfriend. But, you know, other than that, I don't know who you people are. But it's like I don't have to be there to see your reaction to me. I don't have to listen to the things that you think are wrong with me, or I don't have to see your eyes judging me. You know, I don't have to see the attitude that you have towards me. It's like a kind of a one-sided mirror. I mean, your comments kind of show, you know, what you think of me. You know, like you're stupid, you're a slut, blah, blah, blah. But it's like you're not saying it to my face, so I don't really take it. I take everything you guys say with a grain of salt. And so I'm okay with this kind of interaction. But when it comes to, like, actually going out there face-to-face socializing with people, I cannot do it. And I 110% know that is because of school, that I cannot socialize with people. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you thought that, you know, my life was rainbows and butterflies and cupcakes. And, I mean, it kind of was. I lived in, like, you know, a nice area, but, you know, I didn't have everything other people had. I didn't have a dad. I didn't have nice clothes. I wasn't popular. I didn't have friends. But I mean, that's why I am how I am today. I'm fucking weird. If you watched the show, how many times I talk about pooping and farting, that is not socially acceptable. But for some reason in my brain, I'm like, that's totally socially acceptable. Like, I'm allowed to say that. And it's, I don't know, I'm weird. I'm really weird. But I just hope that this helps people kind of understand why I am the way I am. I don't know, people think that, like, I seem cool and stuff, and I guess I'm cool in a way because I'm so weird that I'm accepting of other people, and that's what makes me cool. I don't know, but, I mean, if you're gonna go for, like, the cool, like, if you think I'm cool, like the popular kid cool, I'm not at all. I mean, I'm 26, I'm wearing silly bands, like, I'm way behind in the times, and I don't really care. I got my first pair of skinny jeans, like, 2 months ago, and I hate them. Like, before I used to go to, like, you know, Marshalls or TJ Maxx or, like, Kohl's and go to the junior section and get a couple pairs of pants that don't even fit me right, but I mean, they're pants. So, I mean, that's just who I am. I don't care about fashion. But at the same time, I'm really picky and spoiled too. Granted, I didn't have like the best clothes, and I didn't have, I bought my own phone when I was 16. I've been paying for my own phone since I was 16. Got my own car. But they weren't necessarily the best. But I'll tell you this, I was like, no matter how much my mom was working, she always came home and she made me one badass, delicious meal. And that is my standard of living today as an adult, as a 26-year-old adult. I don't care if my clothes are stained and have shit all over them. I don't care if I am dressing my age. I don't care if I look like I'm fashion forward. But when it comes to stuff like my food, like my sleeping arrangements, like I'm pretty picky about that stuff because that's what I'm used to. I like my food to be warm and fresh. I don't like eating fast food to go. I like eating it there. I always like eating my food at the restaurant. I don't really like there to be a lot of noise when I sleep. I like it to be comfortable when I sleep. And I need to have at least one thick blanket, that way just in case I get cold I won't be shivering at night. Just like weird little things like that I'm extremely picky and extremely stubborn and extremely spoiled about. And my boyfriend for sure knows this. But it's like I'm laid back about like a lot of things, and then I'm like really uptight about a lot of things. And that's something I really appreciate about my boyfriend, is he's always very patient with me because he knows that I rage a lot and I get really impatient. And I am picky about stuff, but it's because he knows that I have this other side that's like very fun and laid back, and like it's like when I get the chance to actually get that stick out of my ass and like I'm a really like nice person to be around and pleasant. But another reason why I don't have a lot of friends is because my freshman year of college, I ended up having to actually go to therapy and take medication for bipolar disorder. I am bipolar. And my friends were like, you're really sad all the time. So you're really sad, or you're just, or you act like just crazy. They're like, that's getting annoying. We can't hang out with you anymore. So basically after that, I was like, wow, like these people I've known since elementary school, they like say that to me, like in the time that I need them the most. Like that's fucked up, man. So I dropped out of school and I moved back home, and I was like, fuck y'all. Like, fuck y'all. But like eventually, I understand that they were kids, then. So I forgave them, like we're cool now. But it kind of hurt. Like it's real hard for me to socialize with people and even give, like, I know that when I meet people for the first time, I give off a bitch vibe. And that's subconsciously. Like, I don't want people to think like I'm a bitch, because I'm really not. Like, you can ask my boyfriend. I'm the most giving and caring person, when I'm not complaining about my food being cold or my feet being cold. But it's just like, it's hard for me to let people in, so I automatically want to push them away. So I can understand why people think that I'm a bitch from my YouTube videos, because that's just what I do subconsciously. I just try to push people away, trying to be like, you don't want to be my friend, and I don't want to be your friend. So yeah, I just really hated school and the whole social aspect of it. I'm taking one class right now, and it's kind of getting a little better. Like, I'm trying to be nice to the people that sit next to me and stuff, and try to have conversation, but I'm getting a little better at it. Yeah, that's a little bit about how I grew up. This video still ended up being really fucking long about it, but yeah, it probably wasn't what a lot of people expected, and I definitely wouldn't have said this stuff if I didn't have a lot of people asking me about kind of how I grew up and stuff, but a lot of people asked me about it, so I just figured I'd just throw it all out there. So that was my life growing up, just socially awkward. Socially awkward up until 26, still socially awkward, do not care. Don't care. Next and last thing in this video. My favorite holiday is coming up. It's This is Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. I love Halloween because I love dressing up. So I've decided this year, after thinking a lot, I decided to dress up as Marceline from Adventure Time. I remember the first time I ever watched Adventure Time. I hated it. I was like, this is only for people who are on drugs. But I watch it every day when I'm at work because I don't have anything to do at 3 o'clock because that's 30 minutes before I leave, so no one ever gives me stuff to do. So I sit there and I watch Adventure Time. And I'm like, at first I was like, this is so stupid. But then when I really gave it a chance, I was like, I love this shit out of this show so much. The Grainicorn speaks Korean, like that's so cool. She's a Korean unicorn and somehow Jake can understand her. I think that's pretty cool too, bilingual dog. But I love the show. So I'm dressing up as Marceline, and I'm so excited. I'm in the process of making her axe guitar, or her axe bass guitar now. And I made it out of foam board. But since my car broke down, I haven't been able to go to my goals to get the remainder of the things that I need to finish it. Woo! I'm tired. So it's kind of just sitting in my room. And all the stuff that I got on Craigslist or on eBay, I got like, blue leggings, not like stockings like the thin kind, but they're like thicker. I got those. I got red, like actually like bright red boots. I got her gray tank top, and my hair is really fucking long, so I think that's good enough. And I got vampire teeth. Got vampire teeth put on my real teeth. So that's going to be fun. And I'm probably gonna sing a few of Marceline's songs, like Why Did You Eat My Fries? Is a really good one. If you've actually never even heard the extended version, like I feel like the extended version is like for me. So I'm like super excited for Halloween. I'm really disappointed that when you get older, you're not allowed to trick or treat. And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you can still trick or treat. Like nobody. It's like, no, you cannot. If you're 26 years old and you try to go trick or treating, people will look at you like you have poop brains, like you've got something wrong with your head. Because I guess people my age normally will just go out and drink in costume, which I'm like, you can do that any weekend. You can go out and drink any weekend. You can go to parties any weekend. The only difference is that you're dressed up. You cannot go up to a random person's house and demand candy 364 days of the year. You cannot go up to some random stranger's house, knock on their door, and get candy out of it. This is a once in a year chance to do this. And I am not allowed to do it because of age discrimination. And I want to be able to get free candy because I love candy, but I can't. So I have to focus on the aspect of the dressing up part. And I love dressing up in like weird, obscure, kind of like, will people know you kind of things. I'm dressing up as Marceline this year. Last year I dressed up as Brian from Family Guy. Like I had the whole dog suit. Year before that I dressed up as Zoe from Left 4 Dead. I think year before that I dressed up as like Batwoman. So I think 2023 was the last year I did some kind of semi-slutty outfit. I mean, even though my skirt was like halfway down my thigh. But yeah, after that I was like, fuck that, I'm gonna do cool costumes from now on. So I want to know what you guys are dressing up as for Halloween. Just because I love seeing people in costume. That's partially why I love like anime conventions too, is because people are dressed up everywhere you look. It's like extra Halloween time, except without with the free candy. But let me know what your plans are for Halloween. Let me know what you're dressing up like, because I would love to know. And let me know any suggestions for my next video, which I can't make any promises on when it's going to be, but I will definitely try to take video or at least pictures of my costume and kind of like what went down on Halloween for me. But again, just let me know, and I will see you cool cats later.